Hey everyone, this is Tiffany Ireland with Grand Rapids Realty in the Ireland Group. Just wanted to bring you some really useful information since we've had the announcement just on Monday that Michigan is now the stay-at-home state that we are. I was really curious to see how that would affect the real estate market and if people would stop buying and selling real estate. And surprisingly enough, people are still doing business in real estate. Not just as real estate agents, but actually buyers and sellers are out there looking to sell and purchase homes. And the rate that I know that is through our lovely MLS system, FLEXMLS. This is my back door to all the listings that are available through real estate agents and their associations in West Michigan. So I'm giving you a sneak peek on this. So if we look at this hot sheet section here, it says 24 hours. So this is the past 24 hours of activity through the MLS in regards to real estate. And you can see that under new listings, we have 110 brand new listings in the last 24 hours. So even with this going on and in the fact that buyers are going to have a harder time being able to personally view properties, we're still getting a lot of sellers that are very interested in selling, which is great. So hopefully this will be some kind of stabilization of the marketplace, but we shall see. This is just all the beginning, last 36 to 48 hours of information that we're getting here. So on the next item over here under pendings, we have 71 homes went under contract in the last 24 hours. Isn't that phenomenal? So at the very bare minimum, there are 71 serious buyers out there that were looking for homes in the last 24 hours, wrote an offer, got it accepted, and now the transaction is pending. So obviously there are more buyers than just 71. Those are just the ones that actually went under contract in the last 24 hours. So if we go back over here to this column and we look at closed, so there were 80 transactions that actually closed in the last 24 hours. And then just above that, we've got canceled. So we're going to look at three segments here in regards to how many how many sellers are actually taking their home off the market. So that's the big question. And I was really curious about that information over the last 48 hours. So canceled, there's 6 homes in all of West Michigan that have canceled in the last 24 hours. Expired, there are 18 of them. And then if we look over here at withdrawn, there's 17. Now the difference between withdrawn and expired is a little interesting. So expired is where the listing contract with the agent that the seller has actually expired, and either expired naturally according to the date on the listing agreement, or it's because the seller said, I don't want to sell it anymore and I don't want to be with you, Mr. Listing Agent or Mrs. Listing Agent. So it could have been one of either ways. Withdrawn means that the home actually has been just withdrawn from the MLS system, but is still under contract to sell through that listing agent. So that's the difference between expired and withdrawn, where, obviously 17 sellers said, yes, please withdraw my listing. I no longer want to sell, but I will sell it through you if I do decide to do it in the future. And then there's about 25 homes that went back on the market. That means their pending transaction did not go through for one reason or another. We don't know exactly why. That doesn't get broadcast, unfortunately. But it could be because the buyer wasn't able to get their financing, or the seller decided that they didn't want to sell, or the buyer decided they didn't want to buy. It could be a whole slew of things. Could be because of inspections. Maybe the appraisal didn't come in right. All kinds of interesting things could happen there. So we're just going to say, 25 homes went back on the market. So between the back on the markets and the new listings, there are quite a few homes that are for sale right now just in the last 24 hours. All right, so with that being said, let's look at, drum roll, the last 48 hours. And oh wow, so look at that. New listings, 241 new listings since the governor said we need to stay at home. So that means there's sellers that really need to sell their homes out there, and they're putting them on the market within the last 48 hours. Pendings, 185, so that number just jumped a whole bunch, didn't it? That means that 185 buyers put a contract together and got it accepted by the seller. And then, 167 closings. And if we look at the canceled, there's only 31. There's only 38 expired listings. Withdrawn, there's only 58. So between withdrawn, expired, and canceled, yeah, we're only looking at like 130 some properties maybe that came off of the market in the last 48 hours compared to the 241 that are new listings on the market. And then not to mention the 58, or no, I'm sorry, 59 that went back on the market because of some transactional issue. So yeah, so we're actually doing really well. That means we've got new listings, we've got buyers. Of course, only 185 contracts, but there are more buyers out there than that are still looking for a home. And yeah, it looks to me like things are chugging along pretty good, even though we've got a stay-at-home thing. Now, I want you to know, if you're thinking about selling, obviously selling in this market is going to be a little different, and we're looking at really cool ways to be able to sell properties and get them promoted out there. So one of the ways is doing virtual tours so that nobody's there except for the listing agent. We actually, go through, do a video tour, and make sure that we don't touch anything, and also wipe down what we do touch as far as door handles and whatnot. But yeah, actually having that be a Facebook Live where people can then communicate back and forth with us and ask us questions, zoom in on things, potential buyers, then those people that are watching can then potentially share that with other people that could be interested in the home. So there's a lot of really great ways that we're going to still move forward with in regards to promoting these properties, because sellers have to sell and buyers need to buy and people need homes, and even when things are going awry, that still happens. So what do we do to make that happen for people? That's what we are real estate agents doing in the industry, trying to make sure that buyers and sellers are getting connected and getting those homes for those people. So with that, all that mumbo jumbo I just went through, I'd like to click on new listing. And one of the things I'm going to implement too is we're going to start doing some videos of homes that have are for sale in a certain price range. And I'd love to hear from you. What price ranges are you most interested in seeing? Because we want to make sure that we cater this to you and everybody that's out there. So feel free to put that in the comments below. And right now we're looking at the hot sheet for the last couple days, and obviously there's some pendings that have kind of gotten in here, so I'm going to sort this. So sort ascending, get rid of that little guy there. And yeah, so here are some new listings that have gone on the market. We've got some different price ranges. We got a $1.8 million home. Looks like we've got one for 143. So we've got all different price ranges, and you can see here there's days on the market. So there's 2, 0. 0 means it just went on the market today. And 1 and 2 means it's just been on the market for 24 or 48 hours. So lots to look at here. And with the next videos, what I'd like to do in regards to, like, say, a price range between $200,000 and $250,000, I can look at what homes are available in a certain area, and let's we can do some videos in regards to what those homes are, and even post some photos. We can kind of go through them. Look at this one. This has got some great aerial photos for the $419,000 home on Sunset in St. Joe. And yeah, there's a cute house, all kinds of fun things. And we can go over the details of what's on the sheet and see what there is. And if you've got any questions during those videos, then we can answer those as we go along too. So what's really fun, we can even look at a map. So where is this property at? We've got a really great FLEXMLS system here. This is everything that's for sale in the West Michigan area on this map, which is really nice to see. We do have the ability to, even look at the outside areas, but, I want to focus in on this area. Not too many people moving out, but if they are, we can take a look at those in a future date. So yeah, fun stuff. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to put comments below. I'm going to do a watch party with this, so that I'll be online with you guys while you're watching this, and that way we can, converse back and forth, answer questions. That's what I'm really committed to. We want to make sure that people have good information about real estate, because it is such a big purchase and sale, and it's just so vital to have the information, and what we want to do is make sure you have that. So even if we don't have the answer right that moment, we would be more than happy to make sure we get that for you. And, my name is Tiffany Ireland with Grand Rapids Realty. If you have any questions, you want to have a personal conversation with me, you can also schedule a time on my Calendly website. It's a virtual calendar that you can access, and you can actually schedule a time that's available on my calendar. I'm also providing 15-minute strategy sessions in regards to real estate, just to have a one-on-one conversation about your real estate and what we can do to help you now, in the future, and all of that. So I just think it's really important that everybody gets connected and stays connected, and we're here for you, and that you know that we're here for you as your real estate agent. So again, this is Tiffany Ireland, Grand Rapids Realty, and I will look forward to future videos with you. All right, have a great day.